what I try to pay attention to and what I'm very passionate about. So I came a long way. I live in Manhattan, and I've been on tour for 2 weeks now, and I'm very homesick and miss my daughter Risha, who's the love of my life. So I don't want you to half-ass me. I need you to raise your hand fully, not this, and don't nod, I'm not interested. I want full hands when I ask this question. Here's the question. How many people in this room, probably within the last 3 years, maybe to themselves, or maybe to 1 or 2 other people, said the following thing? I'm not getting a Facebook account. Why would I ever need one? Raise your hand. Don't lie. Don't lie. Lying is bad. Let me just look.
Lying is bad.
Raise your hand, please. Okay? Just curious. Of those people, how many of you now have a Facebook account? Raise your hand. This is what I spend all my time on. I'm obsessed with what are we going to say we're not going to do as human beings, but I think we are. You know, I remember the conversation. Not everybody here is 18. I see a couple gray hairs in the crowd. How many of you guys remember this beautiful conversation? I'm not putting a credit card in a computer. I'm not giving a credit. The computer's not getting my credit card. People are going to steal my credit card number. I'm not giving my credit card. How many people remember this doozy? This one's really good. Let's see how brave and honest Portland is. Who here is willing to raise their hand to staying this 10 or 15 years ago? I'm not getting a cell phone. Why would I want anybody to contact me anytime they want? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Be honest. Okay? Just curious, of those 30 hands, how many of you do not have a cell phone? Raise your hand. Can I touch you? You're like alien. Can I touch you? Have you used an actual like payphone recently? That is badass. I want to be friends. After I'm done with this, stick around. We gotta be friends. So clearly, most people now have cell phones. Not everybody, but the fact of the matter is, we like to say things we're not going to do. We're humans. That's how we roll. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I remember when Foursquare and Goala and these check-in services started becoming, you know, the noise 2 years ago. Everybody said, "I'm never checking into." Why would I? That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. I always said to everybody, you're going to check in because when you check into the bar and they give you a free shot of Jack Daniels, your ass is checking in. People are going to check in because we're going to be socially inducing people to check in. Of course Wegmans wants you to tell all their friends, all your friends, that you're at Wegmans. That's good for their business. And they're more than happy to give you a pear or some slice of fig to make you do it. So here's what I think is happening. I think we're living through the biggest culture shift of our time. I think that every person here is grossly underestimating the internet itself. It's just what we do. It's so big. It's hard to wrap our heads around what's really happening here. The consumer internet is 17 years old. It's only been 17 years since AOL spammed our actual mailboxes with CDs that said 5 free hours, ending with like 5 billion free hours. It's only been 17 years since you heard cuckoo, or paid $900 a month for internet like I did. That's a very short time ago. That's nothing. How many people here do not remember 1995? Raise your hand. Good job, everybody. Not you, bro. You know, but the fact of the matter is, everybody remembers the world pre-internet for the most part in this room. So, you know, outsiders see some youngsters. That's incredible. This is the biggest, I mean, listen, I talk from the context of business. This is a business book, right? This stuff is overturning governments in the Middle East that have held grasp for 40 years. It's helping people survive natural disasters in Japan because they're getting information a little bit quicker because we're all little micro media companies running around. This stuff is huge. Do you really have the audacity to say that this stuff doesn't impact your business? Are you really going to roll up on me tonight and tell me your customers aren't using this stuff? Because your grandma's on Facebook.